Hi, welcome everybody. We to the MSCS on Coursera overview webinar. We're going to wait a little bit, just let people keep jumping on, but we're happy to have you, and we'll start here in just a minute or so. Okay, looks like maybe we're having everybody jump on right now. Looks like we have the participant number slowing down. So I'm going to go ahead and start this webinar. So this is the Master of Computer Science on Coursera for the University of Colorado Overview webinar. We are so happy to have you. Welcome. And I'd like to take a minute to introduce our team. Today, we are joined with our faculty director for the program, Dr. Kevin Gifford. Lane Williams is our program manager. Andrea Birkby is our course coordinator. My name's Crystal Kelly. I'm the graduate program specialist and advisor for the MSCS on Coursera program. And this is my cat, Mina, and she is super happy that you all are here, and we're ready to start talking about the program. Today, our presenters are Dr. Kevin Gifford, who will talk about some of the unique aspects of this program and cover the career outlook, the exciting upcoming courses, and why they're included in the degree. But first, I'll start with some general information about the webinar. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn my video on real quick so you can see me too. All right. So today we are recording this webinar, and we'll share this recording in a few days. So don't worry if you miss something. Please, we're going to cover some of the Q&A, but that'll be more towards the end. But right now, we would like you to use your Zoom chat feature to tell us where you're all joining from. If you can't find that chat icon, try hovering your mouse over the bottom of the screen. So if y'all want to take a minute, oh man, Aruba, Germany, Toronto, Colorado Springs, Turkey, Texas, SoCal, Japan, Idaho, another Germany, Los Angeles, Colombia, Singapore, Vermont, wow, India, Nashville, Russia, wow, more Colorado, Congo, Afghanistan, Central Coast, California, Ontario, Canada, Utah. All right, Turkey. All right, wow. We have people from all over today. That's wonderful. I am so happy that you all are here. And I hope that we answer a lot of your questions. And today we'll answer most of the common ones during the presentation. But we ask that you hold your questions until the end, when you can use the Q&A feature. And the Q&A feature is right next to the chat button. But please note that we receive a large volume of questions, so we're going to be using the upvoting feature to respond to the most common questions. Oops. Oh, sorry. Okay. So in this webinar, we're going to give you a better understanding of how the program works, answer the top questions we receive from learners. We're going to hear about the upcoming courses that will be released in the next few sessions, and we'll have time for your questions at the end. So let's start with a little information about the University of Colorado Boulder. CU Boulder is a world-class university with over 850 visiting international scholars. And we were recently ranked number 44 overall among global universities and number 18 in computer science among public universities. We were founded in 1876. We're a Tier 1 research institution that proudly anchors one of the most entrepreneurial technology corridors in the United States. Our faculty have launched over 150 new startups. Our researchers have filed for over 1,276 patents in the last 8 years. And we have 548 inventions that have been delivered in the last 5. We count 5 Nobel Prize winners, 5 National Medal of Science winners, and 51 Fulbright Fellows among our graduates. So now let's talk about the MSCS on Coursera and what makes it unique from the other programs out there. We use performance-based admissions, so there is never an application. Traditional graduate programs require rigorous application process, but this program has no application. We don't ask for GRE scores, English proficiency results, letters of recommendation, or application fees. All you need to do is start learning, prove you can do the work, and you'll automatically be admitted into the degree. And since we are interested in your ability and not your history, you can be admitted regardless of your academic background. You don't even need a bachelor's degree, as long as you can do the work. Simply earn a B or better in a series of 3 courses called Pathway Specializations to show that you can do well in these courses. There are 2 pathway specializations to choose from: graduate algorithms and software architecture for big data. When you complete one pathway specialization with a B or better in each course, you will be admitted as a computer science graduate student at the University of Colorado Boulder. And since your pathway courses count towards the required 30 credits for the degree, you'll make degree progress as you work towards admission. There's no formal prerequisites for the program, but you should be familiar with algorithms, at least 1 programming languages, preferably Python and Java, and some mathematics. Another thing that makes this program unique are the courses. These are flexible 1-credit courses, and in a traditional program, each course is usually worth around 3 credit hours. But we divide our courses into smaller, more focused pieces. Cognitive psychologists have shown that it's better to break complicated ideas into smaller chunks of information than trying to understand these ideas all at once. So each of our courses is only 1 credit hour. You can expect to spend about 5 to 8 hours per week on each class. This flexibility promotes mastery learning. The Coursera platform uses mastery learning, which helps us ensure that you understand important concepts from one lesson before moving on to the next. This is scientifically proven way of teaching ensures that you actually understand the basic concepts before moving on to more complicated topics. The content is rigorous. Even though the courses are shorter, the program covers the same rigorous content as the on-campus degree. You'll gain technical competency in many areas of computer science, including algorithms, software architecture, machine learning, network systems, and ethics in computing. You'll also have the opportunity to apply these skills through various electives. This program has shorter classes and a flexible pace. In a traditional program, there are normally 3 semesters per year, including summer, and each semester is about 16 weeks long. In this program, we run 6 sessions per year, and each session is only 8 weeks long. Most students take 1 to 2 classes per session and don't need all 8 weeks to complete a course. It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to complete a course, and this program is self-paced, so you can go faster or slower if you want. There are no enrollment limits. If you need a break, you can even step away from a term or 2. You simply need to complete all 30 credits for the program within 8 years. This program is also set up for pay-as-you-go. Traditionally, students pay for their entire semester during registration. This means you have a large bill that you must pay well before classes start. On the other hand, this program allows you to pay as you go, and tuition is only $525 per credit hour. With the MSCS on Coursera, you pay per credit hour, not per semester, which allows for more flexibility. We have multiple payment options. You can pay online with US checking or savings account, credit or debit card, wire transfer. This program also qualifies for veterans benefits. You can learn more on our finance page. You won't get access to course material until after we receive your payment and you complete all the onboarding steps. So remember to finish all the payment steps quickly and be sure to give yourself enough time to finish the course before the end of the session. Graduates receive the same diploma as the on-campus MSCS students. They have the same credentials. There are no designations on the transcript or diploma saying that this is an online program. You will successfully earn an accredited Master of Science in Computer Science. And you're even invited to attend commencement on campus at CU Boulder during our graduation term, which is in the spring, but it's not required. You also have access to online career services. Students that are admitted into the program, meaning they've passed that pathway specialization successfully, they have lifelong access to CU Boulder Career Services Handshake platform. Handshake is an online tool where you can network with fellow alumni and where employers post jobs. It even has virtual employer events. You also get resume review services using the Coursera AI resume builder. And after you graduate, you'll join the Forever Buffs Alumni Association, where a lot of our alumni go to network and support our current and graduated students. CU policies for graduate students also apply to this program because it is a program within the graduate school. These policies cover everything from course repetition, grade replacement, academic standing, and so on. So you're probably wondering how this all works. All of our courses are hosted on the Coursera platform, and it is 100% online. We advise students to start with the non-credit public classes, then enroll for credit when you are ready. This option gives you the most flexible schedule without worrying about deadlines. Assignments you complete in the non-credit public experience will automatically transfer for your credit experience when you upgrade and complete onboarding. When you work in the public version, you can work at your own pace, redo quizzes and assignments, and ensure that you're ready to enroll for credit. To enroll in the non-credit course, the public version, just sign up for a monthly Coursera subscription to the course or specialization you're interested in. When you're ready to earn course credit from the University of Colorado Boulder or work towards your MSCS degree program admission, you must enroll in the 4-credit experience during an open enrollment window. The 4-credit experience includes access to all of the content in your non-credit experience. From your completed coursework transfers from the non-credit version, plus additional coursework is available, which also includes your final exam and everything you'll need to complete for credit towards your degree. You also have access to weekly office hours with course facilitators, a dedicated support email where you can get help with questions in your 4-credit courses. You have a student ID. You have access. You can also order a Buff One student ID card. You'll have an official CU Colorado.edu email address, and you have access to additional services like online libraries and career services. Remember, you don't need to be admitted to the degree to take any course for credit to keep making progress towards your degree completion. CU Boulder tuition includes CU on Coursera, so you won't need a monthly subscription while taking a 4-credit course. But just be aware that Coursera will not give you a refund for their monthly subscription fee if you start the non-credit course and upgrade to the 4-credit version within the same month. The first time you enroll in a 4-credit course, you'll need to complete some important steps before you can access your coursework. You'll activate your CU Boulder accounts and link those to your Coursera account. You'll also complete an onboarding course, which normally takes a few hours and does not count for credit or appear on your transcript. After you complete all of the onboarding courses, you will get access to all of the 4-credit course content when classes start for the session. Remember, the progress that you made in the public non-credit experience before upgrading will transfer with you when you upgrade, so you don't have to complete all of that coursework that you've already done. Then you'll also see the new 4-credit content, which we call the restricted content, which is usually the final exam or project, but there may also be a couple more additional items. There is a time limit on the 4-credit experience, which is our 8-week session, with all set deadlines for coursework and exams. You complete all of the outstanding items by the posted deadlines for the session to get CU credit and earn a letter grade. And then you just repeat the process for each course as you move along. We always recommend that students, no matter what point of their degree progress, start in that public version for their course. All right, now you know how it works. So let's take a look at the degree and the curriculum. This is a 30-credit degree with 15 required breadth courses, which also include pathway courses, which are those admissions pathway specializations. You can select your 15 required electives, but you must have at least 4 full specializations within those electives. Note that you cannot transfer credits from another university or campus into this program. This includes credits from CU Boulder's residential computer science program. The on-campus and online programs, excuse me, are not interchangeable because we have different admission processes and tuition structures. While MSCS courses are 1 credit, courses from other programs may offer a different number of credits. Courses from other programs may also have different tuition rates or recommended prerequisite knowledge. You can apply up to 6 outside electives credits from any of our CU on Coursera degree programs. But you must earn a B in at least a B in each breadth course and a C in every elective course to maintain that 3.0 or better GPA. So now let's take a quick look at our curriculum page so that you can see where these courses are breaking out in your degree requirements. So where I'm taking us right now is our CU Boulder curriculum page. So this is our degree page on our CU Boulder website. This is the curriculum page, and you'll see that it tells you about all of the requirements for the program and the courses. There are no prerequisites for this program, but if you are curious about what prior knowledge you might need to know, or if you need to bone up on some programming languages or math skills, you can click this link right here. Are there any prerequisites for the program? And it will take you to some links for some suggested courses or anything that you may want to read up on. And if you scroll down, you'll see our required breadth courses, which includes both of our pathways that you can choose from. You complete either pathway with the B or better to gain admission, but you must complete both pathways for the degree. There are three other breadth specializations that are required for this degree. And Kevin, Dr. Gifford is going to talk about this last course that's going to be available next session. And then you have to complete 15 electives, and you can choose from computer science electives that are available, or you can apply up to 6 outside electives from our other CU on Coursera degree programs in engineering management, data science, electrical engineering. Please note that there are 5 classes that we will not accept towards this degree. Otherwise, you will just be in contact with us if you want to apply some outside electives from those programs. If you are wanting to take a course in the public version, as we always recommend to start, you can access those from here. So let's say I want to enroll in this first algorithms pathway course, get started. It's going to take me to the syllabus page, and I can learn more about this course. And then I can view it on Coursera, where I can enroll for free. And that's going to let me start this class in the public non-credit version, where I can work at my own pace. Then, when I'm ready to enroll for credit, I'm going to want to use this CU Boulder enrollment form. And then I will enroll for this course in the credit version, because I have finished all the public content. So that's a quick overview on how the curriculum looks, the degree requirements. And now I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Gifford.
Thank you, Crystal. Very nice overview. The MSCS CU Boulder webpage is a wealth of information for you all. I'm glad you took the time to join in this morning. You know, the first thing I want to focus on is the MSCS on Coursera accredited? And emphatically, yes. It's fully accredited as part of CU Boulder's Higher Learning Commission accreditation. You get the exact same transcript and the exact same diploma as our on-campus residential students. Your diploma will not have any online or distance designation. Sorry, guys, I had to find my slides here. Background knowledge. Now, this is important, you guys, because lots of times Coursera, you know, as a general platform, will let you pick off classes, right? And while there are not any formal prerequisites for the program, you know, this is a graduate program. You're going to need to be familiar with, you know, some core computer science topics, including, you know, an introduction to algorithms and data structures, you know, at least one programming language. Certainly Java and Python are prevalent today. We also recommend C and C++, and the Rust programming language is gaining in popularity as well. So really you want to have some experience with, you know, a popular programming language. Python, Rust, C, C++ are great candidates. And some, you know, we'll say some advanced mathematics. Basics of linear algebra, that really helps you with matrices, etc., which are widely used in computing. And then probability and statistics is always, you know, a foundational course to kind of understand the probability aspects of a lot of things that happen in computer science. Now, you can take the courses in any order, since there aren't individual requirements for each course. However, we recommend that you complete the 3 courses within each specialization in the order that they are listed, and also check out that MSCS CU Boulder webpage that will give you an overview of the general background that you will need to be successful in the course. Next slide, please. Career outlook for computer science. Okay, you guys, it's great, right? Lots of times, I guess the phrase is, the future's so bright, you have to wear sunglasses. And really that is true, right? If you think about computer science, it permeates our society. It's a field that has great potential career outcomes in a lot of different, let's say, domain topics, right? CU Boulder graduates have gone to work for giants such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Adobe, uh, lots of aerospace companies such as Lockheed Martin, companies such as IBM, Salesforce, and Accenture, and also for startup companies of all sizes. Some popular sectors include IT information technology, aerospace, finance, manufacturing, consulting, and importantly, government laboratories. Lots of opportunities. Salary, computer science graduates out-earn all other MS degree holders in the United States. The average annual salary in the US is over $130,000 per year. So computer scientists are still in high demand. That amount of 130K, $130,000 per year, is more than double the average salary in the United States. So computer science is a popular and well-paying domain. And the field is expecting much faster than average growth year after year of up to 25% for the next decade or so. Next slide, please. Financing. Okay, this program is not currently eligible for U.S. federal financial aid at this point, okay? And we don't have scholarships at this time. This program has been going for a year. Federal financial aid for online programs is a topic that the university doesn't really control. And for scholarships, we're looking to build out scholarship, internship, availability over time in our next couple of years. However, the thing we have done has been able to greatly reduce our tuition rate. Importantly, I think for people that are doing workforce development, right, you want to get some certain skills to make yourself more employable or to advance yourself in your career. Employers really value the skills that we teach in this program. Many of our current students have gained employer tuition support, and that's what I want to chat about really quickly. So we recommend that you start by asking your employer if they're willing to offer tuition reimbursement for this program. Several employers do that. And be strategic about your request, because your company will want to know, is this a fully accredited degree? Yes, it is. You can explain that. You can give details about the cost, timeline, and the curriculum so that your employer that's doing the review assessment knows the quality of the program. And most importantly, outline how the skills and knowledge you will learn in this program will benefit your company, right? It will be worth their investment. Do you use advanced algorithms in your daily work? Do you have a particular project in mind that could benefit from a topic such as artificial intelligence, software engineering, machine learning, etc.? You will just want to convince your employer that the tuition money will help them just as much as it helps you, okay? You guys, sometimes your employer, and this is just kind of information for you to consider if you're going to make a tuition reimbursement request to your employer may want you to sign a contract before they agree to the tuition reimbursement. Just be sure you understand the details. That is not uncommon, you guys. They want to make sure that you're going to, commit and finish the work. And specifically, make sure you provide any paperwork that they need, such as receipts or transcripts. Next slide, please. Okay, do I need a student visa? No, okay. Because this program is fully online, there is no need for a student visa. So that really helps from an international education perspective, which really, from my, I guess on a personal opinion, that's what I really love about this program, right? Is the diversity and equity and inclusion that this fully accredited master's program in computer science gives the students on a global basis. And so it's fully online. You don't need any I-20 forms for the program, which sometimes students need. That's not needed in this case. And CS students will not get student visas. So that means you will not be eligible for CPT, curricular practical training, or OPT, optional practical training, as part of this program, just to be clear. Next slide, please. All right, people you can talk to. If you have questions about the content in your courses, we strongly encourage you to use your best resource, which is your fellow students. Get to know them through the discussion forums. Every course has a Slack discussion forums, and there are other ways to communicate with your fellow students. Brainstorm with your fellow students when you get stuck. Everyone peer learning, talking with your peers about the problems you're having, right? Not asking for the answer, but saying, hey, I'm having difficulty with this. How did you approach this problem? Right? That's peer learning. There's lots of times your peers are brilliant, or they may have more experience than you do in a particular field. So just asking for their advice and guidance, that's different than asking for the answer to the question, right? Hey, I'm having a problem here. How do I get started? Talking with your peers, from being in this educational domain for 30 years, I can affirm to all of you that is a great tactic. For the in-credit courses, okay, you can also join your course facilitator, which is your really a TA, a teaching assistant for the course. Your course facilitator for each course has weekly office hours, and you can ask questions about the material being covered in your 4-credit course. As a 4-credit student, you will also get access to a dedicated email support line that you can ask questions as well. Okay, we've got some new courses that are coming soon. The first specialization is Network Principles and Practice. This focuses on Linux networking and cloud networking. And of course, where would we be without networks these days, right? Really, having network connectivity is not so much a convenience anymore, but honestly a requirement. The first 2 courses in the network system specialization are available in the current Summer 1 session. The 3rd course will be available in Summer 2. And Network Principles and Practice overviews the impact of new systems, algorithms, and abstractions to enable a more manageable network and computing infrastructure. It really is the core of the internet. This is rooted in the fact that a significant portion of security and reliability issues are often a result of limitations in the management of these network systems. So a very important foundational course. This course sequence focuses on enabling and capitalizing on a more dynamic and programmable computing and network infrastructure via such technologies as virtualization, software-defined networking, and the movement towards cloud-based services. And right, all of our infrastructure for the internet runs on Linux. And so this is a very pragmatic and important course that focuses on Linux networking and the transition to cloud computing services. Remember, the coursework for the in-credit version starts Monday, July 1st. This is for the final course, so starting Summer 2. And you can enroll during the enrollment window for Summer 2 session, which starts June 17th and goes through August 9th. A second popular new course coming soon is Natural Language Processing, NLP, right? This is a much anticipated specialization, and we're targeting this for the Fall 1 session. NLP is aimed at getting computers to perform useful and interesting tasks involving spoken and written human language, right? It's the big thing with ChatGPT and the new AI. NLP is the foundation of that. Is sometimes referred to as computational linguistics, which emphasizes the fact that it involves the combination of computer science with insights from linguistics, which is the scientific study of human language. Practical applications of NLP include question answering, ChatGPT, machine translation, information extraction, and interactive dialogue systems, both written and spoken. Modern NLP systems rely heavily on machine learning methods involving probability, linear algebra, and calculus. So now let me pass this back to Crystal, and I think Crystal will start off with a poll. Over to you, Crystal.
Kevin, yeah, we're gonna do a really quick poll for y'all. And we would like to know if you intend to pursue the MSCS on Coursera. So if you want to launch that poll, we'll give y'all a few minutes to fill it out. And then we'll share the results. it up maybe. See what we come up with. All right, it looks like quite a few people are still deciding. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions and you're still deciding. I'm happy to chat with all the students that have questions. We have some folks that want to take some individual courses and a lot of folks that want to do the master's degree. So I'm here for y'all. If you want to ask me any questions, just reach out. We'll share that. That email address is on all of our websites on Coursera and on our CU Boulder site. So I'm going to go over our next session deadlines. We're currently in the summer 1 session. So if you're working on some non-credit courses and you want to start earning credit, you're going to want to enroll between now and June 14th. But if it's your first time enrolling, don't wait till that last day. Classes started on May 6th, and that's when all of the restricted content opens to students. So you can enroll early, but you won't have access to restricted content to finish the course until the day that classes start. Like I said, don't wait until the last day to enroll for credit, because you'll have those onboarding steps that we talked about, and you want to give yourself enough time to complete it before the last day of the session, which is June 18th. So if you're waiting till that last day, June 14th, and you have to onboard still, you're only giving yourself 2 weeks to finish the course by the last day of classes. So remember, you can start a non-credit public course anytime, either on the Coursera website or how I showed you from our curriculum page on the CU Boulder website. I just want to really make clear that you can start in that public course first. So I always want to make sure that's clear for everybody doing this program. All right, so let's get started for our Q&A. Kevin, if you want to jump back on, what's going to happen is we have our Q&A open, and we're going to kind of pass back and forth some questions as they come up, and our teammates will be in the background helping as well, Lane and Andrea. So we will remember to use the upvoting feature, and we can get started. Kevin, do you see any that you're wanting to
Yes, I do.
All right.
I'm going to start off, and you guys, first of all, we got a quick one here from Benjamin Long. Would you say the MSCS offers more versatility in the ever-changing field of machine learning compared to MSDS? And the answer there is an emphatic yes. I think the MSDS program is a very good program as well in terms of data analytics, and we know how important that is. But from machine learning, certainly the computer science offers several different machine learning courses. We are updating the machine learning course that we have right now, and we will have additional material. So yes, from a machine learning perspective, the MSCS is going to give you much more background than the MSDS. Second question I want to take, it's not up here right now, but I've seen it go by and it comes up every time. And the question is the MSCS on Coursera at CU Boulder, does that give you entry into a PhD program? Well, certainly you need that Master's of Science in Computer Science if you want to go into a PhD program. This program is fully accredited, and so it certainly will help you pass that gate of having a Master's of Science in CS, right? That's where all the coursework is. The thing that I would caveat that with, everyone, is yes, that will get you on, help your application, but every university has got different, let's say, aspects of how they rank their PhD applicants, okay? And, my best advice is have a wide breadth of activities, right? They will want to see your MSCS coursework, that degree, which is what this program is. but they're also going to look at things such as community service, volunteerism, activities, etc. So really, I will tell you at CU Boulder, we look for a wide range of skills. Certainly you need to have your MS and CS coursework done, but that is not an automatic entry into a PhD program because there are lots of variables to go into that. And, just as a general piece of advice, if you're going for a PhD program, you're going to want to talk with that department and that faculty at that university. And that applies to any university, not just CU Boulder. Crystal, can I pass it over to you and I will read a couple of questions in the background?
Absolutely. We have one from Joshua Eversole. Could we potentially finish the program in 1 year if we're a full-time student? Absolutely, particularly with this last release of our final required breadth course in network systems. We have students, we just launched this degree in fall of 23, and we have students that are finishing this summer with the release of that course. So with that and the ability to apply 6 outside electives from other programs, you can finish in 1 academic year. You will be limited each semester, which is 2 of our sessions for 1 semester on campus, to 15 courses per semester. So you could potentially finish in 2 semesters or 8 sessions if you wanted to. So it just is depending on how you want to go about your studies. If you keep working on the public version while you're finishing the 4-credit version is a great way to keep that momentum going. But absolutely, you can finish in 1 year.
All right, I'm going to jump in
sorry,
here.
go ahead.
I just got one here. It's at the
Okay.
top of the queue from Christopher Zaporin. Christopher, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Christopher asked, I see the CU Boulder program offers computer graphics for the computer science students. This is the residential program, everyone. Are there plans to bring computer graphic courses into the MSCS program on Coursera? The answer there is yes. We are looking at bringing in Linux Systems Administration, which is not computer graphics, but I wanted the person that teaches Linux System Administration also teaches computer graphics, and that's why I made that connection. So we are looking at bringing Linux System Administration on within the next half a year to a year, and then hopefully computer graphics will be shortly following that. Now, one important question you asked her, which is, would it be possible to somehow take the course online to the campus and then apply it to the Coursera MSCS? That we cannot do. There is no crossover between taking a course residentially and then applying it to an MSCS degree. And that really is university policy. That's not a Kevin Gifford statement or a rule. That is University of Colorado policy. All right, I'm going to just read the next one. To make the MSCS online more amazing and rigorous, giving students a chance to work on research as a GRA. That would make this program unique and amazing among all others. Well, thank you for that observation from anonymous attendee. I wish you would have said your name so I could have said it. You know what? We actually worked through that just for this summer. And we are quite proud of it. I like the fact that you said that makes this program unique and amazing. And so we had to kind of go through a bunch of university rules and politics about online students and graduate students and how much they could work. There's a bunch of factors that play into this, especially you guys, if you're international. That applies in all universities. But we had a student that is in our MSCS program, and this student, and this is what you guys need to do here, this student was proactive. They were taking the MSCS on Coursera courses, and they were very interested in a particular topic that a faculty member that teaches residential courses was pursuing. And so this student reached out to that faculty member and said, hey, I'm in the MSCS online. I am very interested in what you are doing. Could I potentially work with you as a researcher for, a summer? And so what happened, and so first of all, the take-home lesson is you got to be proactive and go after those opportunities. You figure out who the faculty member that's teaching that area is that you're interested in, that you may want to do an internship with or do some work with, and you reach out and you make yourselves an acquaintance with them. And what happened here is that the student worked as a volunteer for 2 months, and the student showed her aptitude and dedication. And then once she had proven that as a volunteer, then we went through, let's say, the politics and set the policy to where that student is now working at CU Boulder for 2 months this summer with that faculty member and getting that research experience. So thanks, anonymous attendee, for answering that question. I agree with you. That does make this program unique. But importantly, you have got to be proactive and identify the faculty and start those conversations yourself. Crystal, can I go over to you for the next question?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Another anonymous attendee question. What happens if I fail an exam in this program? This program falls under the graduate school policy for grade replacement. And if you fail an exam and it brings your course grade in the 4-credit version to a C+ or lower, you can retake the course for grade replacement. Then that previous grade does not show up on your transcript and your new grade does. If you fail an exam and you end up getting a B- when you need at least a B for the course, that unfortunately does not fall under grade replacement. So you'll have to retake the course to get that B. And then that B- is also on your transcript and averaged into the course. But what's unique about this program is that you can still, even if you need to retake the course, go back and work on it in that public version and take your time and really get to know what you need to review. Then you re-enroll for credit for replacement to finish that final exam. So there's a lot of flexibility in this program, and we genuinely want people to really learn the material. But it is a graduate level program and it falls under graduate policies. So there are high expectations of our students. Okay. Next one that I would like to answer live. Can you please re-explain how non-credit can turn into credit? Is non-credit available in Coursera Plus? If so, the tuition seems cheaper than the 4-credit version. Absolutely, you're correct. All of our courses are available in Coursera Plus, and that subscription is usually around $50 a month. And you have access to every single Coursera course that's out there. And you can take these in the non-credit version. But you cannot earn CU degree in the non-credit version. When you upgrade and pay tuition, what you're doing is saying that you're ready to earn credit towards your MSCS CU Boulder degree. So when you upgrade for credit and pay that CU tuition, you have access to that final exam and you earn your CU credit and make progress towards your degree from CU Boulder. Once you enroll for credit though, if you don't want access to all those other Coursera courses and you only need access to your CU on Coursera courses for your degree, then you have access to CU on Coursera free as a CU Boulder student. So you don't have to continue your Coursera subscription once you enroll for credit. So that's the difference between non-credit and 4-credit. And then I have one more that I have from Gunnar Bergkamp. If you complete the entire public version and then pay for the credits once completed in a comprehensive, for the credits completed in a comprehensive approach, or do segments need to be paid for? I know this has been touched on, but we would just like clarification. Absolutely. You can take that comprehensive approach if you want to, but remember, once you enroll for credit, you have to take a final exam and you have to finish it by those session deadlines. So I don't recommend that people do all 30 credits and then enroll and do that in 15 credit segments. I always advise students to do it in chunks. Some students do it in specialization chunks. Some people do it in two different partial specializations, but you're only paying for what you enrolled for credit at that time. So if you only want to do one course, it's $525. You can do up to 15 per semester. So it's better to work in segments in three. If you want to be a full-time student, you need to be enrolled. As a master student, you need to be enrolled in up to 5 credits per semester to be considered full-time. So I hope that helps, and I will pass it on to Kevin. We have about 4 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to answer a couple that are at the top of the queue. Gunnar also asked the question, if I enroll, can I access any physical, let's say, facility, in-person on-campus resources if I happen to be in the area? So you would not have access, let's say, to computer science labs because those are for the residential students. We certainly would love for you to come by and we would give you a tour of, the CS department and the campus. We're happy to do that. We have meetups to do that. But importantly, you guys, when you enroll for the 4 credit experience, you are a CU Boulder student, 100%. And what that importantly means is that, like any university at CU Boulder, it's called OIT, the Office of Information Technology. And these people have got, 4 paid software packages, such as MATLAB or LabVIEW, right? That typically cost $2,000 if you were to go buy them. But if you are a CU student, you can download those for free. So you do get those type of resources. You're a full CU Boulder student from that perspective. But, access to on-campus labs, while we could give you a tour of those and show those to you, you would not be able to, let's say, physically utilize those labs because there's a difference between an online student and a residential student. Okay. Stephen asked, and I like this, Stephen, just being honest. Hey, it's been years since I've taken a linear algebra course. Will those skills be necessary during the pathway, or can I brush up on the math while I start my pathway? Great question, Stephen, and it's the latter, right? The software architecture and big data course covers a wide array of topics. Having some familiarity with linear algebra just means you don't have to brush up on it when that topic comes up in your course. So that's a very good question. You can get by just by doing the refresh as you're going through the course. Stephen, glad to say you got some experience in JavaScript. And I think, if you've got decent experience in that particular language, that's the programming language that you could, have some fundamentals in and then learn others such as Python or Rust. And glad to hear you're interested in Linux system administration as well, because I'm on a little bit of a soapbox here, you guys. I do a bunch of research, right, for NASA and for NSF. And honestly, my background is computer science, but I really think everyone needs to know some Linux system administration so you can build those systems. And I'm going to admit that's a Kevin Gifford-centric opinion. I also love Rashik's question because operating systems is actually my favorite course in computer science. It really is. Operating systems and network theory, right? And so I like your observation of asking, hey, when is OS or theory of computations going to be brought online as well eventually? I am working with faculty members at in the CS department at CU Boulder to create the operating system course. I would like to be able to give you a definitive deadline, but honestly, that would be fudging the truth. I'm hopeful that, I will have these faculty develop both theory of computation and operating systems over the next year. They are without a doubt on the roadmap. And really what it comes down to is resource availability. Please know, Rashik, that those are 2 priority courses for myself and the department to get online, and we just need to find faculty available to complete those courses. So I'm being direct and honest, and I really like your question there. Crystal, I'll go back to you because we may need to wrap up with the final poll.
Yeah, so we are going to launch one final poll if you would like to stick around and let us know. We would like to know, what do you plan to do next? So if you want to share with us, we'll share that out, see how excited people are for starting the degree, if they need more information. Let's just hear what y'all want to do. All right. Okay, can we go ahead and share those results? All right, looks like a lot of you are going to start with a non-credit course. That's awesome. That's what we always recommend. Good job. Some are going to start with the 4-credit course. That's good. That's bold. I like it. Maybe you'll start taking classes in the former term and check out the website to learn more. That's really wonderful. I'm so happy that you have a plan and that we were able to help you get there. I just want to reiterate that you can email us at mscs-coursera-info@colorado.edu. That email address is on the Coursera website as well for our degree page. And I am happy to chat with you if you have any questions that are coming up. So thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Gifford.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate your attendance, and if we can be of any service, we would love to chat with you and hope to see you maybe in the future online. Thanks, everyone. Bye now.
Bye.